Hi, this is the FilmCrop channel. Today I will tell you about the drama of 2021 called The Legend of Justice Wusong. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Since childhood, Erlon's brother taught him justice to people. But on this day he went against his instructions, and asks his brother for forgiveness. He goes with a sword and kicks people writhing in agony while everything is on fire. Two guys peek at how the girl kneads the dough, looking at her breasts. The girl's husband approaches them, whom they laugh at and start beating. His wife comes out of the house and stands up for her husband. The offenders run away without knowing what she found in this short man. Wu goes with his friend and hears the news that the tiger killer has arrived. A friend of Wu says that the man was drunk and killed a tiger in a couple of blows. So the tiger killer himself comes to town. Wu sees him and recognizes him as his brother, but because of his height, he does not notice him, and then Wu climbs the stairs. Finally, he manages to shout to his brother, and they find each other. They are very happy to see each other, so much so that Erlon postpones his purpose of visiting the city and goes to Wu's house. Together they get drunk on wine and talk a lot, remembering the glorious times, while Wu's wife looks at Erlon with great interest. It's already night and Wu is going to bed. He offers his wife to join him, but she refuses and goes to knead the dough for buns. Before going to bed, Wu says that he was lucky to get such a beauty. Jean Lian recalls her past, how she was a servant to a terrible man who raped her. And when the man's wife caught him cheating, he blamed Jean Lian for everything. His wife believed this lie and promised that she would marry Jean Lian to the oldest and ugliest man. So she turned out to be Wu's wife. He was very happy about this state of affairs. Jean Lian goes outside after kneading the dough and sees Erlon, who is rinsed with water and freezes in place. She's definitely in love with him. Jean Lian offers his help, but he refuses and leaves. In the morning, the guards come to their house and say that Erlon is now the new commander of the guards. A man can't believe it. Wu is very happy for his brother. Jean Lian imagines how Erlon saves her from criminals. At this time, Shimun Qing is dying of boredom and luxury and uses the services of various women. One of the workers suggests that he find someone else's wife and start an affair with her, since the other women are so tired of him. Jean Lian goes through Erlon's things and, unable to contain her emotions, starts hugging his things. She hears outside the window how Erlon passes by and runs out, looking at him. At this time, the wand supporting the window fell on the head of Shimun Qing, who was just looking for the girl. The woman sitting next to him talks about Jean Lian, but lets Shimun Qing down to the ground, summing up everything by saying that her husband has a brother Erlon, the commander of the guards. Shimun Qing goes to an important official and makes an offering, asking to remove Erlon from the post of commander. At this time, Erlon himself goes to trade with his brother, but since he is now the commander, he can only scare away buyers. Erlon goes home, where Jean Lian is waiting for him, who has prepared many of his favorite dishes. She pours him hot wine, trying with all her might to please and serve Erlon. But he is very cold towards her. When she covertly confesses to him in sympathy, he leaves. She doesn't stop and comes up to him, stroking his hands, and this becomes the last straw for Erlon. He tells her everything and pushes her away from him at the end of the conversation. Big brother comes home and sees Jean Lian crying. The girl complains that Erlon allegedly molested her. A guard comes running into the house and calls Erlon on an errand. He has to leave for a few days. His older brother accompanies him and says that he will wait very much. It really shows how hard it is for him to say goodbye to him, even if only for a short time. Shimun Qing, satisfied with Wusong's departure, finds himself near Jean Lian's house in the morning. This task is really very difficult, because you can't break into someone else's house without a good reason. Then he and a woman living next door arrange a little trick. The woman invites Jean Lian to supposedly help, and then Shimun Qing enters the house. But Jean Lian doesn't know what to answer and just walks away from them in embarrassment. The elder Wu is haggling on the street at this time, despite the fact that Wusong asked not to do this. The next day they meet again at Jean Lian's neighbor's house, and he gives her an expensive gift. She returns home drunk and fights with the elder Wu again. Meanwhile, Wusong brings the chests to the settlement, but it turns out to be a trap. They are attacked by a bunch of people, while there were actually stones in the chests. People were paid hundreds of silver coins to kill Wusong, including his closest person, whom he trusted. It was he who stabbed Sun's side with a sword from the back. Erlon single-handedly put everyone in the village to the ground and returns to the city. At this time, Shimun Qing and Jean Lian have lunch together and drink wine. They are locked up by Jean Lian's neighbor, and after a short resistance, the girl still agrees to accept Shimun Qing's love and care, and they have sex while the neighbor is not at home. But according to the plan, she returns in the midst of their fun and forces Jean Lian to swear allegiance to Shimun Qing with such difficult blackmail. Another day, she goes to Shimun Qing again and his assistant sees all this, who resorts to Dolan and tells about what he saw. Wu immediately runs to the tea house and finds the lovers on the spot. Shimun Qing kicks him so that he falls down the stairs and falls into a serious condition. Together they discuss what to do with Wu Dolan and come to the conclusion that it is necessary to add arsenic to his medicine. Jean Lian adds arsenic and seeks forgiveness from Dolan. He drinks the medicine and is in agony from the poison. When Erlon returns, he learns about his brother's death and Jean Lian's betrayal from Dolan's friend. Erlon comes to their house. It turns out that it is already the 7th day of his brother's funeral. Erlon decides to sort out what happened. He comes to Mr. He and tries to find out how he examined the body. The truth about the poisoning comes out and Erlon returns to the mourning house. He kills Jean Lian in front of everyone without hesitation. If he had killed her right away, his brother might still be alive. The next target is Shimun Qing and he goes to that brothel. Shimun Qing was already waiting for this moment, waiting for the hour of reckoning. He is in great anxiety, as are his guards. The girls standing next to him are giving him a massage, trying to calm him down. The people from his guard at first do not even risk attacking him and allow him to approach Shimun Qing. But after the rich man declares a price for his head, a major brawl begins, which is shown to us at the very beginning of the film. Wu Song masterfully deals with all people and eventually severely injures Shimun Qing. But Wu Song himself is wounded. But the injury does not prevent him from still being a great fighter, and he fights with all his might, using all the available items. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, he makes blood flow from Shimun Qing's mouth. When the enemy is already knocked down, he finishes him off with the strongest blows to the face, remembering all the worst things he did.